Grade 5, Chapter 2, Rocks and Soil. New words. Rock, solid mineral material that forms part of the earth's surface. Gravel, small particles of rock which are bigger than sand particles. Pebbles, small, smooth, rounded stones found near water bodies. Silt, sand brought down by flowing water and then deposited when the water slows down. Erode, to gradually destroy, bit by bit, the surface of rocks through the action of wind, rain, etc. Texture, the way a surface feels when you touch it. Composition, different parts of which something is made of. Crust, the outer layer of the earth. Magma, very hot liquid material found deep inside the earth. Bacteria and fungi, living organisms in the soil. Humus, dead and rotten plant and animal matter. Fertile, refer to land rich in minerals required for proper growth of plants. I am learning. Look around. What do you see? Land, soil, and rocks. Have you ever wondered how these rocks and soil are formed? Do you know that soil is formed due to the breaking down of rocks? Let us learn about different types of rocks and how soil is formed from rocks. Rocks. Rocks is a natural solid mass made up of grains of substances called minerals. There are many different minerals that are naturally found in the earth. Rocks are of different colors and hardness depending on the type of minerals present in them. Types of rocks. Rocks are mainly divided into three types: igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. Igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are also known as fire rocks. These are formed from magma. Magma is the hot molten material formed deep inside the earth. Igneous rocks are formed either underground or above the ground. Below the ground, they are formed when volcanoes erupt, causing the magma, called lava, to flow out on the earth's surface. The lava slowly cools down and becomes a solid rock mass called igneous rock. Igneous rocks are called primary rocks because they are the first form of rocks. The hardness and appearance of the igneous rock depend on how the magma cools. Sometimes magma cools slowly just under the earth's surface. Sometimes it gushes out to the surface through long cracks in the earth's crust and then cools down quickly to form rocks. Some common igneous rocks are granite, basalt, and pumic. Sedimentary rocks. The rocks on the surface of the earth are continuously broken down due to changes in temperature and the forces of flowing water, wind, and ice. This process is known as weathering. The small pieces of rocks are blown away by wind or carried down by rainwater to rivers, lakes, and seas. The rivers also erode the mountains and bring down the eroded material to the plains. As the river slows down, it starts depositing the eroded material on the bed and banks of the river. The tiny particles and fragments of rocks that settle at the bottom of the water bodies, as you have seen, form layers called sediments. The process of settling down of the particles is called sedimentation. Over several years, more and more layers of sediments are formed. The water and upper layers of sediments press down on the lower layers and gradually form hard rocks over a period of time. Such rocks are known as sedimentary rocks. Some common sedimentary rocks are sandstone, limestone, shale, conglomerates. Fossils. Some plant and animals are also carried away along with the flow of water and gets buried in the layers of soil. Usually their remains decay, but the hard parts such as teeth, shells and bones remain. They get preserved between layers of rocks. The preserved remains of dead plants and animals are called fossils. Fossils are thus formed when a dead plant or animal is buried under layers of sediments which over several years turn into sedimentary rocks. Weathering and erosion. Weathering is the breaking down of Earth's rocks, soils, and minerals through direct contact with the atmosphere, such as heat, pressure, water, wind, and ice. Weathering occurs with no movement and should not be confused with erosion. Erosion involves the movement of rocks and minerals by agents such as water, ice, wind, and gravity. Metamorphic rocks. The word metamorphic means change. When igneous and sedimentary rocks change due to pressure or pressure of heat, they form metamorphic rocks. The texture, appearance, and composition of the rocks can change due to heat or pressure deep inside the earth. For example, limestone changes to marble, shale changes to slate, sandstone changes to quartzite, and granite changes to gneiss.